Hi everyone, it's Matt from Shuttout and welcome to another episode of Shuttout Weekly. Today we'll be talking about some things that can get your photography to the next level. And at the end of the video, I'll have a small challenge for you with a cool reward. In the last video, we started a 3-5-6 challenge on Shuttout. If you haven't watched this already, here's the link and make sure you watch this. I started this challenge myself and this is my first photos from the first week. Photos, scrolling, good photos, I don't know. But this is only one idea how to challenge yourself, how to make your photography better. So before I move into next ideas, let's see the photo of the week. Do you want to be featured like this? Make sure to watch this video where we explain the rules to be featured. And now moving on, if you want to get better at anything, always challenge yourself. Always try to do things that you haven't done already, because doing what you can, it's quite easy and this won't improve what you do. But doing what you think you can't do, this is what makes a difference. This is what makes you a better photographer. Of course, it's easier said than done. But there are of course some easy tricks, easy things that you can do. For example, if you are a landscape photographer, try to take more portrait shots. Try to unleash your creativity. This is very simple, but based on this, we wrote down 5 very simple ideas how to challenge yourself and how to improve your skill, your photography. First, what you can do is the use of colors. For example, for a week, shoot only black and white photos. With black and white, you remove all the distractions from a photo and you can focus on different things. For example, emotions. Second idea, but with the use of colors, is when you focus on only one color. For example, let's look for yellow color in the world, red color, blue color, and always shoot things when there's yellow, blue or red in the picture. This way you will look around yourself and find those objects, those things that you normally probably wouldn't even see. But if you do this for a week, you will see that this makes a huge difference. Second idea is to focus on different things for a week. You can focus on a lot of things. You can focus on, for example, doors. You can focus on shooting only people. You can focus on, I don't know, movement, to try to capture movement on the streets. There are a lot of things that you can focus, but remember, if you focus only on one thing and you are consistent during the week, this also will challenge yourself to look at the world differently, and as a result, after a week of doing this, you will see that your photos change dramatically and you see a lot of new things that you haven't seen before. Third idea is to try to find a different angle and stay with this angle for a week. For example, you can shoot for a week from a frog perspective. So you lower your camera to the ground and just try to take all the photos from this kind of perspective. This changes everything. You will see that your photos looks completely different. Another idea is to shoot everything from above. This is completely different perspective and completely different experience when you see and when you look at the photos taken from above. And there's third crazy idea. What do you think about taking photos upside down? Yes, this is also possible and works best with reflections. Reflections in puddles, reflections in lakes, everywhere where you have the reflective surfaces, you can just flip your photo after taking it upside down and see what happens. And fourth idea, play with your camera settings, play with your lens and try for a week to shoot all your photos, for example, with the widest open aperture you can use on your lens. Let's say 1.8, 2.8, maybe 4, it doesn't matter, widest possible, and see how this change your photography, because you will need to adjust to these settings. And the second approach is to use wide lens only. So if you have APS-C camera, just use 18mm or less. And for a full frame camera, you can use 24mm or less as a wide angle. And don't zoom, don't change it. Try to take all your photos with this wide settings. And the fifth idea is to start your own 365 project. This is something that I talked about last week in this video. So if you haven't watched this, just click it, watch it and come back here, because we started a Shuttout 356 challenge. And why 356? Because it started on the 9th of January, so until the end of the year there are only 356 days. But of course this is something like a 365 project where there are 365 days in a year and you take one photo a day. This is the most important thing, because taking one photo a day makes you want to be more creative. And you can use all those mentioned before, all those ideas and tips to make it more creative, to use all those tips about the perspective, angle, focusing on colors during your 365 project. So I started this project last week. I took some first photos. To be honest, it is a really big challenge for me. So that's why I thought about some ideas how to make it more interesting, how to focus on these different things. And to be honest, during this last week, I took very different photos every single day. I focused on something new, trying to create a photo that I wanted to take, but I didn't have time. So this is very, very cool thing to do. This helps you to experiment more, to find new inspirations, and this is probably one of the best ways to challenge yourself and to, try to be consistent. So if you want to join me on this Shuttout 356 challenge, just start taking photos every single day, submitting them on Shuttout, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing them. And now it's time for a special challenge for you. A challenge for your creativity. We decided that we will sponsor 10 photo contest ideas with $10 starting price. This means that you will be able to host to create your own photo contest, and we will pay for the starting price $10. So where's the challenge for you? Put your creative idea for a photo contest in the comments below, but try to think of it as a description for your contest. The challenge here is that we need a creative idea, but also we need an idea that is interesting for many people. So it shouldn't be too narrow, it shouldn't be too specific, but at the same time we don't want to hear those very broad ideas like portrait photography. No, you need to be more creative, something very interesting. And after some days, probably before next week, we'll pick 10 favorites and we will let you know in the comments if your contest or your contest idea was picked, and we hopefully will sponsor your contest with a $10 starting price. And that's it for today. Now it's your turn. Let us know in the comments below what do you think about those simple ideas to challenge yourself as a photographer, but most of all share your own ideas, because I'm sure that you've got your own ways to improve yourself, to challenge yourself as a photographer. So make sure to leave your comment, share those things, those ideas with us. If you haven't subscribed to this channel already, make sure you do. If you like what we do, give us a big thumb up, because this helps a lot to reach new people. If you want some new notifications about next videos, find the bell button. So until then, we are looking forward to seeing your photos on Shuttout. Hopefully you will join our Shuttout 356 challenge. And until then, see you next week and see you on Shuttout. This is what makes you a better photographer or anything else if you do something else that cut.